Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Sorry it's been so long since I put out a video. I think it's been like over 2 weeks or something like that. I just got back from Cuba on Saturday. I was there for a week and it was so great. It was fucking awesome, excuse my language. It's just so nice to get away for, you know, like a week. However often you can. Usually we try to go away like once a year or something like that, and it's just so nice to relax and just enjoy life on a beach with pools and drinks and great food and friends and stuff for a week to just get you away from the daily grind of work and getting up early and paying bills and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, since I've been doing kind of like makeup collection videos, I've been going through a lot of my makeup and I want to hone down on everything that I really like and kind of use up products that have been kind of sitting around that I don't use as much. So I was trying to do that for the last month or two. So I have finished up some products, so I thought I would do an empties video and kind of go through some products that I've used up and kind of talk about whether I liked them, whether I didn't like them, when am I going to rebuy them, all that kind of stuff. So anyways, let's start with probably like skincare related stuff. I have one of my Clinique Take the Day Off cleansing balms. If you've seen my skincare routine video, you know that I love this stuff. I think this is the absolute best way to take off your makeup. Like, I'm more or less your like face makeup. I use something different for my eye makeup, but you can see like I just scrounged every little bit of this out. It just does the best job. I absolutely love it. The only downside in my opinion is that it's pretty pricey. It's I think $30 something for this. You do get 125 mils, but I don't know, I feel like I go through it every like 2 or 3 months, and I mean $30 for every 2 or 3 months is not a whole lot, but in the last little while I wanted to see if there was kind of like a drugstore option that I could find that did a good job as this, and so far I haven't found anything. What I really like about this is that it's a balm, and I feel like it just works so much better. It adheres to the skin better to really take off your makeup compared to like a micellar water or even like a lotiony kind of makeup remover. So I haven't found anything yet that is as good as this, and I do plan on repurchasing this too once I kind of go through some of the other things that I've been trying out from the drugstore. And the other thing that is kind of makeup remover related is I have one of the Clinique Take the Day Off makeup removers. These are like the little deluxe sizes. I think there was a Clinique 500 point perk kit from Sephora at some point, and I always try to pick these up, whether they're like the 100 point perks or they're in a package, just because they're so good. This is also like the best makeup remover that I use to take my eye makeup off. It's so good. It does such a good job with so little product. It doesn't burn my eyes if it gets into it. I just really like it. But again, it's a little bit on the pricier side, so I haven't repurchased this yet, but I think I will pretty soon. So I have another eye makeup remover that I went through. This is the Lancome, let me go, Double Action Eye Makeup Remover. This is another one of the little like point perks that whenever they're available I try to pick some of them up because it's a pricey product, but this again works really well. It's even more expensive than the Clinique one though, so it's never something that I bought in the full size of or anything like that, but I really like this stuff too. It's really good. And then again, if you've watched any of my skincare videos, you know that I love the Peter Thomas Roth masks, particularly the orange kind of pumpkin enzyme mask and the green one, I can't remember what it's called, and the pink one, I also can't remember what it's called, but whenever they come out with the awesome kind of like value sets, I tend to buy them, especially if it's like one of the, you know, 20% off sales or 50% off sales that Sephora does. Do I like all of them equally? No, and I've ended up finishing 3 of them so far. The first one is the 24 karat gold mask, Pure Luxury Lift and Firm Mask. This is like so, you can't see it now because it's empty, but it's so beautiful. It's like this bright, shiny gold mask. I've never seen anything else like it. I did like this. I mean, it's more of a firming mask, and you know, I'm 27, so I don't need a ton of firming or anything like that, so it's not something I would repurchase on its own, but it feels really nice on your skin. I mean, does it do a lot of lifting? I don't know. Like, you know, maybe if you needed more lifting, you'd be able to see better results, but I did like having this on my face. It just honestly feels really luxurious and makes my skin feel really nice after I take it off. The second one is this is the pink one, the Rose Stem Cell Bio Repair Gel Mask. This is one of my favorites. I love putting this one in the fridge and then putting it on cold. They're like little gel masks. They don't dry down or anything like that. You just put them on your face. I let them sit for 15-20 minutes, something like that, and then wash them off. Really, really good for like hydrating your skin. My skin feels so nice afterwards. The smell is great. It's like a beautiful rose scent. And it just feels really good for my skin. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. It just feels like I'm doing something great for my skin when I'm wearing it. So I do love this one, and I'll probably repurchase this if I can find it in another value pack soon. And then the last one that I have is the Irish Moor Mud Purifying Black Mask. And when I started this one out, I had originally bought this in the full size for some reason, I don't know, a while back. I think I was thinking it was going to be like a clay mask but not drying, and I didn't like it. I actually returned it because I just couldn't justify the price tag. I think it was like $60 or $70 or something like that. But when it came in the kit, I was like, ah, it's okay. I didn't really mind it or anything like that. It was okay. It wasn't the greatest. But now that I finished this off, I really just don't like it. And I probably have one more use in the bottom of this, and then I was like, I just don't want to use it. Like, I just don't like it. I don't find it does anything for my skin. It's like this really weird, it's not like a gel in the same sense as the other ones are. It's thicker, it's heavier, and it just seems really like oily. It's really hard to get off your face too. Like, it just sticks, and then you got black everywhere on your face and you're trying to scrub it off, and it just, A, doesn't do anything for me, and B, I always would have to be in like a certain kind of mood to put this on, and I'm gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be hard to get off, and my hairs are all sticking in it, and I just didn't really like it. It's supposed to kind of like purify, refine, decongest, hydrate. I mean, I've got other masks that do all those things way better, so this one I definitely was not super into. So I only have one hair product, and it was just like one of the little deluxe samples that I think I got in a point perk or something like that. It's the Briogeo, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask. This is a brand that I've seen on Sephora a lot, and I've always kind of wanted to try it, and I'll put it in my bag but not really end up purchasing it or anything like that. So this mask, it was decent. It worked well. It wasn't anything that blew my mind that makes me want to go out and repurchase it right away, because it is a pricier line. I think I can get pretty good deep conditioning masks from the drugstore that are, you know, like in the $10 range, rather than spend like $30 or something or so, something like that on this mask. It was okay. I was glad I had it. Now that it's gone, I'm not like, oh, remember that mask that I had for my hair? It was great. So, I don't know. It was kind of like a so-so. So everything else I have now is makeup related. So I had been wanting to try out like the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer for a long time, but I was like, I have too many other concealers. Like, I need to get through some of these concealers before I can buy any new concealers. Like, I had finished off 2 of my Urban Decay Naked Skin concealers, and then I kind of took a look and was like, okay, I need to get through some more before I buy any more. So I finished off my Bare Minerals Bearskin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer. I wear this in medium, and I actually really liked this. This was great because it's a serum concealer, so it was just less drying than like the typical concealer, which is really good. It didn't make my under eyes look dry at all. It went on really easily. It blended out good. It had pretty good coverage. I will say the only thing is that I wish it had like just a hint more coverage, but it's definitely at least a medium coverage concealer, and I actually really liked this. I like that it's got a doe foot applicator on it, and yeah, I would probably repurchase this maybe sometime in the future. And the next one I finished was the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Invisible Cover Concealer. I have this one in Y31. So the thing I liked about this concealer is that like Makeup Forever's always got like a great shade range when it comes to like face products. Like there are so many options in this concealer. It was a pretty good concealer. I remember when it came out, there were some people talking about it, but it very quickly kind of died down. But I had went out and bought it, and it was an okay concealer. Like on the face, it looked nice, but I just never wanted to reach for it because I hated the applicator. Like it's this squeezy tube, and it's just so hard to like squeeze the right amount on. I'd be like, oh god, it's coming, and then it would just be like, and like squirt so much on my face, and I was just like, I just wanted way better control than what I got out of this tube. So, and also like there was not a lot in this tube at all. I felt like I got through this really, really quickly, and it's pretty pricey. So it's not something I would repurchase. Maybe if they change the, like how you can apply it and put it with like a doe foot or something like that. But I just don't like the squeezy tube method of putting on a concealer. And lastly, I finished up my Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. I had this one in medium. So this is supposed to be a super full coverage concealer without being like cakey or creasy looking. I've had this for a while. I remember I actually went into Sephora to return something else that I thought really creased on me badly, and somebody recommended this one, so I bought it and tried it out. And I just like very quickly was kind of like, I don't know about this. It is super, super, super full coverage. It's almost like so full coverage that I was like, do I really need this? Unless you've got really, really bad like under eye circles, you probably don't need this heavy of a concealer. And the other thing with it is that it doesn't crease if you just put like the teeniest bit on. But if you put like a little bit too much, you get major creasing with this, which is crazy because it like says creaseless in the name. So you've got to be really careful in your application of this. And for that reason, like it just wasn't my favorite concealer. It's not something I would repurchase. So I finished a couple lip products. I finished a lipstick, which is really weird. I don't finish lipsticks very often, but I really love this one. This is the Marc Jacobs New Nudes Sheer Lip Gel. So these are like pigmented but still pretty sheer, very comfortable to wear. Oh, they're just so nourishing feeling on the lips, and the whole line is just nudes. Like they're great everyday nudes that you can wear. I have this in 110 Role Play, and I really love this. This was a lipstick that I kept in my work bag every single day, and if I wasn't wearing like something else to work, I could always grab this out of my bag and put it on. Didn't matter what my like makeup look for the day was, and it was always just a really nice kind of my lips but better lipstick that was just really great. I used it all the way down to the very end. It's all gone now, but I really liked this one. And the other one that I finished off was the Dior Lip Maximizer. This is the original. This is like the 001. I really liked this. It's so funny because I had the like stick version of this and really like did not see the hype about it at all. I finished it up, but I was like, that was like friggin' $40 or something for like an average, very average lip chap kind of a product. But this lip gloss is so nice. It's just so comfortable to wear. Like, oh my god, I just loved it. I do think it actually makes your lips look a little bit bigger. The like actual gloss is just very sheer, so it was great to layer on other stuff and just wear on its own. I really, really love this. Really expensive though. I think it's $40 something, so I haven't repurchased it just because I have other lip glosses that I should, you know, use up first, but I did really love this product. I also finished off like a little tube of Benefit's POREfessional. I think this was another like point perk or whatever I got at some point, but like this little thing here, it has like 3 mils in it, will last you so long because you use so little of this at a time. I only really use it like just on my inner cheeks here and maybe across my nose a little bit just to kind of blur my pores. It works really well. It's kind of like the, I don't know, like the original pore minimizer, and it's really withstood the like test of time because this has been out for a long time. A lot of other products have come out that have tried to do the same thing. Some are okay, but this is kind of like an original that I always go back to. I really, really enjoy this product. And I also finished off my MAC Studio Fix powder. This is an NC40. And this was one of the products that I kind of like loved when I first bought it, and then it kind of got lost in the mix with when I was buying some other powders and stuff, and then I went back to this and was like, I forgot how amazing this is. Like, I really, really like this. It's a heavier version than the like Skin Finish Naturals. I think that's what they're called. It's a heavier version than that. I mean, you are apparently supposed to be able to use this. It's supposed to be kind of like a powder foundation. I don't wear powder foundations. For me, they just always look like too heavy and powdery and cakey looking. But I love setting my foundation with this. It was just great, and the shade matched me so well. So yeah, I do have another one of these. It's an NC45, so just one shade darker, and that's what I'm using right now. Because I was in Cuba, like I'm so much darker now that I don't really have any foundations. I might have one foundation that kind of matches me right now, so I'm just doing a lot of like bronzing and using that NC45 powder, and I think once I lighten up a little bit it'll be easier, but I like can't believe how dark I am right now. But anyways, I do really love the Studio Fix powders. And I just thought I'd mention this quick. I had gotten this Bobbi Brown Intensive Skin Serum Concealer. This is just like a little kind of, it was a little, I don't know, perk or something like that. And I had it in Honey 11, which was just too dark for my under eyes, but I did want to try it out and see what the formula, because it was like, you know, a serum concealers, and those are usually really great for moisturizing, but the coverage was just too thin on it. I just wasn't into it. I didn't even use up the whole thing. Not my thing. I'll stick with the Bare Mineral Serum Concealer if I want to go for one of those. That one is really good. And then I finished up a couple mascaras. Now, I haven't been going through mascaras very often anymore because for a long time I had eyelash extensions, so I just wasn't wearing mascara except for my bottom lashes. And now I wear a lot of strip lashes, so for me it doesn't really matter what my mascara is like. I mean, as long as it's not like the worst mascara in the world, I'll just use whatever. But this one I really liked. These are both kind of like this point perks that you get. This is the Lancome Excessive I want to say it was the Hypnotic Drama Mascara or something like that. It's worn away, but this was a really good mascara. I really like this. Like, the wand is really good. It's got bristles all the way around. It's kind of got this like swirl in it, which kind of allows you to get like closer to your lash line in certain areas. I really liked this mascara. It was a good one, and I thought it lasted quite a long time. Like, it didn't dry out or anything like that. It was good from beginning to end. And then the last one that I have is the Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara. This one, if I had to like pick a mascara that I didn't like, it would be this one. And I'm usually really not picky with mascaras, like I said, but this one I found just like you got way too much product like every time I brought the wand out. And I mean, it's like the other one, like I prefer fiber kind of wand mascaras rather than like the little plasticky ones. But this just picked up way too much product, and the brush is pretty big, and so every time I used it I felt like I was getting like clumps and just so much product. It was getting, especially when I was doing my lower lashes, like this is awful for lower lash use because you just get it all over your skin. It's clumping. It was a lot. It was a lot of product, and I kept using it for a while thinking like, you know, once I get most of the product out, it'll thin out a bit. I won't get so much product every time I use it, and it just really never got like that. So I finally was just like, okay, that's enough of this. I've got other mascaras. Like, I don't need to try like 1,800 times with this, seeing if it's going to get better or not. And the last product that I have is an eyeliner. This is the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner in Intense Black. This was a great liquid liner. I actually think it might be better than the Kat Von D Trooper one. It's got like a very, like a pretty big felt tip, but it like narrows really well. It was never really skippy. It was really, really dark black. I felt like I could be really accurate with it, and I almost really liked it in this like deluxe size because I just felt like I could get even closer to my eye. I really, really liked it, although, you know, it eventually did dry out, and so I had to retire it, but it was a really good one. I do like it. I would probably buy this one over the Kat Von D Trooper one if I go out to repurchase those, but right now I'm using like the NYC liquid liner, which is okay. I don't love it as much because it's kind of one of the twist off, and then it's got like the little brush end. I just feel like I can't be as precise, and it's kind of like if I make like one tiny movement it just like goes crazy, but I'm going to try to use some of that up before I repurchase a new one, but I did really like this. So that is it. Those are all my empties that I have collected recently. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll be back soon with another one. Bye!